Alright guys, forgat here and welcome back to the brand new video. Here we are, solo leveling Arise will be the topic. On today's video we're gonna do the full updated weapon tier list. Definitely I needed to do this because I believe that I forgot to do it for the previous update. So many of you requested this as well, so leave a like, subscribe, make sure to support me in the content creator program. We are now on the road to 800 supporters, so let's get it as soon as possible. Plenty of codes left. Whoever support me, 1500 free essence, and massive shout out to my top supporters and everyone else who is watching, liking, disliking, leaving a comment, and any type of engagement. But of course, you're a great community, so it's amazing. Anyways, this will be the updated weapon tier list for both Hunters and Sung. As you can see already, some of the weapons has been placed. Now on the C tier we have some R weapons that sometimes in Battlefield of Time they're extremely useful. I believe this weapon is extremely useful in the Battlefield of Time and this weapon. So I will actually put them on top, like sometimes useful. Everything else is maybe I didn't experiment enough, but I didn't find any too big of a usage except of these 4 R weapons. So they're the best out of R weapons, but still in the C tier. Honestly, I cannot put it higher than that. B tier will be we're gonna start now first with Sung weapons, and then we're gonna go in Hunter weapon section. I'm gonna explain everything. Pretty much, we're gonna put B SR weapons that I don't use it as before, so much as before, pretty much. Rarely, almost never. Yeah, they can be useful in some cases when you need that type advantage, but you don't have SSR or other weapons, so they can be a good replacement for that. Still, they can really shine in certain content, but that's about it. I just don't use it anymore so much. That spear is still pretty impressive, so I can put it like somewhere on the top of this. This dark weapon is really good as well. This weapon right here is really good, Wind SR weapon, that can be used as a great replacement, maybe even A tier for the Wind if you're missing West Wind or something like that, but I still cannot put it in the A tier, and I'll explain why. I want to do this like more strict tier list. So that's about the B tier. Maybe I will advance some of these weapons in the A tier. We're gonna see as we progress. Okay. And of course we have here this weapon which will be B tier at low. So actually we're gonna place the spear and all of those weapons that can be really useful. So I find this on A tier really good SR weapons. So that's this one can be useful for the shield and give you a little bit survivability, not massive usage, but not the C tier. Honestly, they're all somewhere. It really depends where you use it, and yeah, I put it in the lowest from B tier. Okay, now we have this weapon as well. It's more for the MP recovery at the end of the day, but can be really useful fire weapon for the Sung in my eyes. Okay, now let's go to that S and SS tier. This is where it really matters. The weapon for the Sung, I want this weapon to be buffed, even though it might deserve S tier now, Vulcan's Rage, but I will put it in A tier because I definitely demand a higher buff for this weapon. So it goes. It really needs a buff. This weapon needs a buff. I used it a few times and I was never too impressed. So I that's why I put it in the high A tier, and that's it. Okay. Now, S tier. We're gonna place these 3 weapons right here. This is an amazing weapon to fight against the normal monsters, especially if you know how to use it precisely. The Sung will get the buffs, and it's super fun weapon, and it's for free. Maybe A tier for now, but I'll put it in S tier because it's a free weapon, and I absolutely am having blast. Have in mind, tier lists are pretty subjective, so Give me your opinions, advices. Maybe you tested some things and you find it better than I initially here ranked it. Okay. Let me see. Honestly, this weapon I will put into SS. Like no joke. Okay, into S. Then this one I need to put into A tier. Yeah, we're gonna go like this. So S tier, definitely one of the craziest fire weapons out there. It was before in the SS or God tier, whatever you want to say, but now we have a fire bow that does absolutely the most one of the most insane DPS in the game, especially when you dupe it out. Fire bow is an amazing for Sung and one of the best weapons for the DPS as well. This weapon is amazing. For the Sung, he will also do insane damage, but just like Phoenix Soul is so much more efficient. Yeah, but still, this is an incredible. Before, if there was not this weapon here, I would put it in here. But like this, we have just like overall better weapon, but really broken as well. Okay, really broken as well. We're gonna put the light bow here into the S tier. Definitely really close to the God tier. One of the best light weapons in the game. I would even consider it still today better than Huntsman, but Huntsman got a buff. And I did test it Huntsman and I like it now so much more. I will put it in the S tier. I was always praising the Huntsman. I know it's still not the best weapon, but since it got a buff, let me go a little bit more detail in that higher tier. He got a buff, but it's really connected with the advancement. So yeah, it's type of the weapon that needs really high investment to actually get that increased damage taken by 16, stacking up to 99 times. After Judgment Time hits a core attack, its next attack is the next attack and it hits, it inflicts Judgment Overture to the target. At 3 instances of Judgment Overture, it changes to 1 instance of Destroy. Now, if I go here, one second, where it is, Destroy, here it is. Destroy means increased damage taken by 8%, right? Before, you need to break it, you need to break the character, the opponent, to actually cause that destroy. But now, you have another way to get another stack of destroy. You're gonna do overall bigger damage at the end of the day. Now, is this the best? No. But still now can do much bigger damage at the end of the day. Is better for the longer battles, that's for sure, but it's really efficient for the fast ones as well. But it is just better for the longer battles. Sorry, I cannot talk today. Because Sung will just get more buffs and you're gonna do bigger damage. But the highlight of this weapon and why I put it in the S tier after the buff, because as well we have that breakage capabilities that can be extremely useful, and I had absolute blasts with this weapon, and I'll put it in the S tier. Grimoire can go easily in the SS tier, absolutely insane DPS, freezing capabilities, and as well debuffing the opponent. Demon Plum Flower Sword, I use it all the time. It works with any type of weapon. It works in a principle with dashes. More dashes, bigger damage at the end of the day, and can provide support for every single weapon out there. So absolutely insane. West Wind, the best West OMG. OMG, the best wind weapon in the game, hands down, doing insane damages. Has a nice cooldown after critting. You can do even more. You can do even like in few seconds additional skill, ultimate, whatever you want to say. And as well, it's providing one of the craziest DPS in the game, hands down, and it's super easy to use when you learn how to use it. And just, I'm having an absolute blast with combination of Demon Plum Flower Sword and West Wind. I will put it like this, so Demon Plum Flower Sword at the top, pretty much. I mean, I won't even rank them because they're all freaking insane. SS tier, like they're all insane. So just leave it like this. At the end, we can discuss what is the best weapon from here. We have Moon Shadow as well. Can slow the time as well. Provide crazy damage, especially at A5 now. Can buff every single unit in the game, every single unit in the team, and you're gonna do bigger damage. Absolutely, after buff, especially got easy god tier, one of the best weapons in the game. I would even say now we have Demon Plum Flower Sword, Moon Shadow, Grimoire, Westwind, Phoenix Soul or Phoenix Soul Westwind. Then Scythe still can go into SS tier, definitely heavily broken weapon, doing massive damages. And that's pretty much it, guys. I would put Longsword still in A tier. The new weapon, S tier. Why? I find it better than this one because it will have much higher usages. Let me explain how, especially against the guild boss. You can test it out. It will buff, like if you're using Sung as a support, which most of people do that, so they can do insane damage with Alicia, Meilin, etc. You can use this weapon, and this weapon can create when you have it A5 especially, can create a field where it's buffing everyone and Sung, so everyone will do bigger damage. So it's pretty interesting weapon. I need to test it out to the fullest, but just because I'm sure you can use it against the guild boss and have fun with it, I'll put it into, well, I didn't fully test it out, but I would just say it, S tier. I find it better than this one's. Like, no joke, I find it better. So I'll put it in the S tier, low S tier, but maybe I might be wrong with this one. Let's talk about it in the comment section below. Not heavily impressed with these weapons at all. I'll just put them here. And now at the end, yeah, this is pretty much my tier list about the weapons. Yes, I would put them like that. This is like really low. I could create A+, just so there is no confusion here. A+, okay. And I would put definitely Vulcan Rage here. Definitely. I mean, since we don't have so much, I need to test it out. They did buff the damage pretty nice here. They did buff the damage, but I really want that this gets a bigger buff at the end of the day. I'll put it like this. I'll put it like this. I like this. I just have it. I'm just having full on blast with this weapon, so that's why I'll put it higher. I'm having a blast with this weapon. Okay, yeah, this is better. Still a discussion for the A and A plus a little bit in my eyes, maybe in B tier, but this is, I'm like 100% sure about S and SS. This is where I stand by it, and I find it like this. Now let's do the hunter weapons. As broken on hunters, yes, pretty much all of those weapons will make hunters be much better. For the Huang, I put it in A for hunters because the hunters underperforming, and that's why it has to be here. We're gonna place this one here as well. We have this free weapons that you can use for like salvaging, but I would even say it's better to like max them out and then use it, like for example attack on the units that scale from attack, so you can have fun, and definitely they can be in the A tier. We have new weapon, Zeke, definitely can go here, somewhere here, as one of the best weapons in the game, but needs heavy investment to actually, you need to know how to play with it, but it will do insane damage, and it needs to be in the SS tier. Okay, now we have the SR weapons for the hunters. Now they're gonna go pretty much all into A tier. Kong for the Kong, right? It can go actually in the S because it will make Kong go pretty nuts. This, especially for Park, weapon for Park will make a buff. So weapon from Park, SR weapon for Park. It buffs the ultimate of Park, but as well, it can provide buff for the teammate that has the highest total power. Okay, so it can buff the ultimate of Sung, for example, pretty easy. But especially not so much a Sung, but when you're using the hunters, then you're gonna maximize this usage of the weapon. So for example, you use Park, Meilin, and Park will buff Meilin ultimate. Furthermore, you're gonna do bigger damage. But okay, who else does a pretty good ultimate damage? Let me say Cha. You can also play around with that. Even though they're not the same element, but you can buff Cha ultimate. So that's really good and nice weapon to use. Sorry, this is... they're super similar, so I'm not sure. I believe this is Kang's weapon. Okay, it can do bigger damage overall. Actually, I will put from Lee, I will put this one in the B tier. No, it doesn't matter where I put it. For Lee, it's really good because it can give you shield, and that can give you survivability, and shield is pretty much important these days. So that's really good. You can craft that, and these ones, they're just like not worth it at all to craft or use. Okay. Yeah, this is how I'll put it. Because the hunters don't have usability, so what's the point? And now we have a free weapon. For now, I just cannot put it beyond S until I test it out. Me personally, and see how good it is at A0. It will provide definitely bigger damage than Huntsman and Bow at the end of the day, but we need to test it out. And it has like that stupidly reset of the cooldowns, and you can use the weapon constantly with big range overall. Honestly, based on the kit, I will actually be brave and I'll put it in the S tier. And since it's a free weapon, and it will take to the SS tier, and it will take a longer to actually get it, but I'll actually put it like this. Okay guys, hopefully you did enjoy it. This is a little bit more brave tier list, but that's how I see it from my perspective. Hopefully I was clear. If you have any questions or complaints and everything else, let's be respectful and let's discuss it in the comment section below. But I'm pretty happy with this tier list. Make sure to support me in Content Creator Program. We're now on the road to 800 supporters. Make sure to do it. I have so many more codes left. I would really appreciate that. Okay. The amount of supporters lowered now by 1. What we're gonna do? Just joking. But yeah, make sure to support me. I have plenty of more codes left. Some people join the support. I noticed they take the codes and then they discontinue support and go someone else. That's a sneaky strategy for sure. But what it's legit. It's not illegal, so all good. I wanted to say it's not legit so much, but it's not illegal. So support the ranking. Massive shout out to my top supporters. I'm pretty much done. I'm super tired. Sorry guys. I was having problems with saying certain words, but you understand me. Love ya. Thank you for the whole support, and the weekend is upon us. See ya guys. Bye.